So what does it actually look like to outgrow an identity that's been built on pain, suffering, victim consciousness? In my world, what that looks like is separation or distance. So what we want to do is help you to identify that you are not what you experienced. That is not who you are. It's something you experienced. And so often we have our own reasons for over-identifying with our traumas, with over-identifying with a victim consciousness, with over-identifying with our pain and our suffering. And we take on these identities that we haven't really consciously evaluated. It's like, why would I want to be known for that? Do I want to be known for that? How is that serving me? And there are subconscious reasons that people do feel that these identities are serving them. Of course there are, or else they wouldn't exist. And frankly, they're more predominant than we all realize. Most people are hanging on to a victim consciousness. And so it's really identifying, even in this concept of post-traumatic stress, trauma, whatever that trauma is, big trauma, little trauma, there's so many traumas, right? And it's not getting stuck in our over-identification with that story, but really in our world, we call it post-traumatic growth. And so how do you see that? How do you move to that lens where you really realize this happened, but it's not who I am. It's just something that moved through me because there was something that I needed to learn or heal or be taught and become more conscious of. And that's the opportunity. And it's really recognizing, do I want to take the opportunity that's been provided? Or frankly, do I want to keep cycling through this again? Because I do think that we bring in, karmic contracts and patterns, and our soul chooses the earth school lessons that we are meant to experience. We choose them before we come needing to learn them. And really our mission here on earth is to overcome those lessons if we so choose. And I think there's so much value and promise in choosing to overcome them and evolving exponentially, having radical growth throughout our life. For me, that's the purpose of what we're here for. It's not for the mundane. It's not to have an average life. It's not to have a suffering life. There's no prize for suffering. There's no prize for enduring. And so why would I want to stay in that state? Because the more that I do, the more suffering I attract to myself. The less value I'm able to, the less vital I really am, the less alive I feel and present with my own life. And I'm really incrementally moving through life, just recycling and repeating the same patterns, which is so boring and predictable and, not adventurous, not interesting. And so you really have to ask, what type of life do I want? And some people really want a comfortable life. I would rather have an uncomfortable life, but be deeply interested in knowing who I am at every juncture of that life, at knowing that my exchanges are rich and they're alive, and that I'm alive and I'm vital, and I can look back at the end of my life and feel like, wow, I really did something. Even if it was invisible to most people, it's not about the recognition for that, but I really look how much I grew. Look at all that I experienced. Look at all the wisdom that I took on. Look at how rich my inner world is because I engaged with life fully. And that's the kind of life that I want. And typically people that come to see me are in pursuit of that kind of presence with their own humanness and their own soul. And so that's what it looks like, is constantly engaging with that version of yourself that's pushing the growing edge. What is the growing edge at any point in your life, any given day? What's the growing edge? And are you constantly leaning into that? Are you constantly seeking to be this exalted version of yourself? And so what it looks like is engaging with that fully, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's uncomfortable, and knowing that the reward for doing so is going to be invaluable, priceless enlightenment. That's the place that we get to. And really, for me, that's a liberation. It's a freedom. It's feeling completely confident in myself in any given situation that, I don't know what to expect here, but I know that I can handle it, and I know that I'm going to be okay.